Good evening. I want to speak to you regarding what has recently happened in the United States called Roe versus Wade. The U.S. Supreme Court has overturned Roe versus Wade, which was in place, I believe, since 1973. As Christians, as believers, we are very, very thankful, and we cannot thank God enough that there's actually people that will stand up for what the Bible teaches, that will stand up for what is right. It is so disheartening to see that such a large percentage of the population, whether that is in the United States or worldwide, here in Canada as well, that take this so extremely wrong and judge it so extremely wrong. Let me read to you what Dr. Herminia Palacio said. It's almost hard to read. She says, the U.S. Supreme Court has taken the radical step overturning Roe versus Wade outright, thus unleashing uncertainty and harm onto people asking for nothing more than to exercise their fundamental right to bodily autonomy. Excuse me? Bodily autonomy? So now all of a sudden we know what bodily autonomy is. Meanwhile, in the last 2 years, we've been fighting tooth and nail, trying to awaken whoever we could to let them know that God has given us bodily autonomy. And now all of a sudden they want to take bodily autonomy and go beyond that. Yes, I would say your body, your choice, but not the life that is in you, not the life, not the body that has conceived life in you. That is not your bodily autonomy. I quote the governor of California, Gavin Newsom. He said, "We will fight like hell to protect our rights and our values." Mr. Governor, that's exactly right. You will have to fight like hell to get this, to stand up for this right, which is not a right. Abortion is not a right, sir. It is murder. Mr. Governor, we will stand up for our God-given freedom and our God-given bodily autonomy, the way God has granted it for us. This is a real victory, a real victory. And I thank God for every single person worldwide, especially in the United States, that has stood there by the Supreme Court building and has stood up for this and raised their voices and held up the word of God, because when we go for abortion, like what we have seen in the last 50 years, we are taking the very fundamental cornerstones away. We're taking the very foundation away that our countries were built up on. We cannot expect our countries to stand when we do that. Again, thank God for these 6 judges that stood together against the other 3, regardless of what the nation said, regardless of the threats, which is extremely weird. It seems weird that when the highest judges of the land make a decision, that the people would come up with the disrespect to talk about going after their life, to talk about burning their houses down, and on and on and on. I have high respect for these judges. May the Lord help them to continue right on this path and to continue doing what is right. God bless them, and may God bless us all and help us to stand for what is right and stand up for the word of God. God bless you.